Welcome back. So in the last video, we put the navigation bar on 3 of the pages, but not the index page. The index page for this video, I want you to do the sections that you might want to put on the first page that your user lands on. Then we'll show you how to add the login section maybe in the next video. But for now, let us start by throwing that nav bar back up here. But because it's going to be different, I don't want people going to the notebook or the settings page from here. Let's go ahead and edit this. Let's detach this element. So now it's its own type of bar. And I'm actually just going to get rid of these two groups and leave the home button there. We're going to replace that icon with a login icon. Circle with an arrow pointing in it. Looks like logging in. And for home, we're just going to try just login for now. That's just a little placeholder. Also, I don't know why this repeating group, or sorry, why this reusable element has to be so big. Let's make him smaller. Actually, let's make him a lot smaller. How about 100? So now, and that's it for now. And we'll handle this login in the next video. But for this video, we will start working on sections. And they don't necessarily need to be reusable sections, but I'm going to make them reusable. You could just copy and paste them on the same page if it's the only page that you're going to have that style on. Still, though, I like everything to be reusable that might possibly be reused somewhere else. So let us do that. Now, let's close up the container group. We'll keep that open. Throw that on the page. Give him a margin from the top of 100. So now he's slightly lower than this login button. And why don't we center it? Also, let that container be a column. Again, center it. And we're going to call this just the section group. And I think the width could be 400. And the height, let's make that 450. The reason why is I want to have a top bar header in here that's 50 pixels and then a perfect square of content. You can do that however you like, but for me, I'm going to do it this way. Now I'm going to add another another regular group into the middle. This one's going to be an aligned to parent and a width of 100% because he's already contained in the parents in the section groups container. We're going to make that height be exactly 50 pixels and give it a background style. Let's make that, for now, let's not make it darkest black. Let's make it 222. And so that is the section header top. And now we'll add another group to the bottom of that called the section content. Oh, let's actually label that as the section header. And now group, section header group. I made it aligned to parent in case we wanted to add other types of buttons on there. So this is a section header group. And now we're going to add another group. Why don't I just copy and paste that one? But then change the style to be now a height of 400 pixels, a different background. Let's go with a light gray. So like, not FFF, but let's do the same as the font color, which is, I think it was DDD. Cool. And so now in the section header group, actually let's label this one properly too. Section content. And let's now add some visual elements. The text element right there. I believe he's centered. Well, that's fine. And also, I think for now, the width is just going to be 100%. But if we added more buttons on top, we'd just make sure that they are lower in the element tree so that they display on top of this group. And again, the height should be 50. And actually, you know what? That's fine. So the font color here will be almost white. It's now going to be the same DDD. Let's do that down here. Since sometimes typing it from here gets a little finicky. So always typing from down here works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is 6 Ds. And let's center that, make it the middle of there. So now we take this text and center him vertically, make them bigger. 24 is not the worst size for that. Do any of these matter? Yep. So we got some bold. Sometimes these don't do anything and sometimes they do. It's just interesting. I think 700 is actually, well, let's do 900. Cool. All right, so that's just a section header, right? And about the app. And let's add another text down here. And I do want it to be centered. And actually, do I want this to be an aligned to parent? Actually, I think I'm going to make the section content just be a column with padding of, well, I don't know, let's say 15, and 15. There you go, there's some padding. All right, so there's this text section here, this will be the section text. This will be the section header text. I guess you can call this a section content text. And 14 is probably fine for now. Why don't we let this text actually just be 100% of its container? There it is, 100% of its container. And then you write whatever you want. And for sections, I like to, actually, you know what? Sorry, let us get rid of the texts. Because right now everything is pretty generic, just section. So we're going to right click on the section group over here in the element tree and convert to a reusable element. I'm just going to call it an index section, create. Alternatively, you could just right click, copy and paste over and over again, but that's not what I'm doing today. So we'll just throw a couple of those on there. One more thing. Let's put these whole section group into a row container who everything inside it will be centered. It itself is centered. And we have no, let's do a gap spacing between the elements of 15 pixels for the column. So this group is just going to be I'm just going to call it sections row. So you have a row of sections. Now there's one section group. I'm going to delete this. Bing. There's our section row with, he's at the top. He needs to be moved from the top by, what did I say? Was it 100? Cool. So now he's there. Also, he doesn't really have any kind of height yet. So I'm just going to give him a little bit of height so I can throw things inside it. And those are going to be these reusable elements. Down here, we've got index section. There's one, and I'm just going to copy and paste that over and over again. So there's one, and there's two, and there's three, and there's four. So let's preview that. And there they are, 4 sections right next to each other in a row. Let me just continue pasting, paste, 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 just to see if they continue on down the screen nice and easily. Cool, cool, cool. And because this is responsive, we do want to check, hold on, I want this to be vertical and then close it in. All right, there you go. So these sections are now stacking. All right, so we've got a good template for building sections. And then when you want to write what each section is about, you can just detach that and start. I said detach, detach. Oh, it's making me detach all of them. They're changing where they are based on so after I'm detaching it, it's moving where it is over here in the view. So we'll detach that, and I think this is the last one. Oh no, this is the last one. Cool. Then you can start writing. This is just about the app. Well, I'll do it this way. The app, about the app. And what I like is you can click on this rich text editor and just start bullet points. Best app ever. You so much. Blah blah blah. And you can put pictures and videos and links to emails and whatnot, right? So for another one, you can do this as the contact me, or just contact. And then in the rich text down here, you can make your bullet list and by email. And actually, you can just highlight that, click the link tool, put your, whoops, not that one, this one, type in your email, my emails, and that becomes, let's put my own email in there. And so now that is a link, I believe, but it needs to be maybe, I don't know, a different color. Let's just make it red for now. Save that, check it out. There you go. And actually, that didn't become a link. I must have, did I make that a link? There's the ally, So what's the deal? Maybe I didn't actually click, oops, wrong one. My name, I have to press insert. There it is. Yep, just didn't press insert. That's weird. I'll have to save that. Now this should be updated. There it is. You can click on your email. All right, so you get the idea. That's how you make a reusable sections, and also how to line them up nicely on the page and to make them responsive and stack on top of each other. You can get more fancy with this, but this was just meant to be a simple training video on reusable sections and organizing.